The Ministry of Agriculture could have lost 4 billion shillings, which was paid out for the importation of maize, according to a report by Auditor-General Edward Ouko.
This comes even as Agriculture CS Mwangi Kiunjuri today blamed Treasury for the payment of over 16 billion shillings to traders who imported maize from South Africa and Mexico.
Kiunjuri, who appeared before the Senate Ad-Hoc Committee on the maize crisis, says Treasury gave a free window when it issued a gazette notice for importation, but without consultation with the Ministry of Agriculture.
C.S Apollo reports.
We seek guidance to treat and consider.
Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mwangi Kiunjuri was before the Senate Ad-Hoc Committee on Maize, which sought answers on the status of payment made to farmers for grain sold to the National Cereals and Produce Board, the amount of money the government had paid, and the quantity of maize imported into the country. It is during this session that revelation was made that part of the maize which had been imported into the country was rotting away in silos.
If cereals boards had money to pay the millers who imported the maize and cost the country 16-point-something billion, why didn't they themselves import the maize?
The committee was particularly concerned about the government's importation of surplus maize, which cost the country billions of shillings.
You said ESCC has been investigating. Has anybody been found culpable for this kind of fraud?
Kiunjuri told the committee that while he was not in a position to give a report on the status of the maize, the ministry was in the process of selling the grain at half price to avoid further contamination.
Why some of this maize is turning yellow is that because of the heavy burden we had collecting maize, the rains and everything, some of the maize we drained emptying the silos, and the maize now had started turning yellow.
But Kiunjuri may not be out of the woods just yet. A report by the Auditor-General Edward Ouko says the ministry cannot provide proof of payment of some 4 billion shillings, which was paid to traders who imported maize. Payments were made in the year ending June 30th, 2017, before Kiunjuri took charge of the ministry. The amount, says Ouko, was paid to 5 suppliers, namely MS Exports Trading, which received 3 payments totaling 3.6 million shillings, Haideri P Limited, which was paid the highest at 3 billion shillings, and Kitui Mills, which received 400 million shillings. The other 2 were Mombasa Maize Millers, which was paid 609 million shillings, and MS Pembe Flour Mills, which received 400 million shillings. The ministry also stored maize worth 1.8 billion shillings, but which was unfit for human consumption. This was during the 2015-2016 financial year. As the Senate Ad-Hoc Committee awaits a report on the contamination of the maize from the CS Mwangi Kiunjuri next week, they say that it is their hope that this will serve as a lesson to the government going forward. C.S Apollo, NTV, at Parliament Buildings.